Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. I know the Christmas Day loss to the Chiefs was an ugly one, a lot of problems for Pittsburgh. One bright spot, though, was running back Jaylen Warren. Let's talk about Warren and zone reads and how Warren is successful running them. Before we start, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com, would really appreciate that. I've done a bunch of videos in the past on Jaylen Warren, but none of them have really been about him as an actual runner. They focused on his pass protection, his receiving ability, or just the effort in which he plays with. So let's actually dedicate some running clips to running back Jaylen Warren. We're talking zone reads today. We're talking, zone reads instead of man reads, gap reads. Those have a designated place of where the ball is going to go. B gap, C gap, wherever the case is, that has a place where the ball is intended to go. Zone reads, as they might be implied, are a little less defined. They're going to go based on where the defense is not. It's going to be read by the running back, and based on the flow of the defense, it dictates and determines which hole the running back hits. Before we get into the video, and we will do so very briefly, I want to put on screen the three core ways a running back can read a zone play. And terminology differs a little bit. This is from Spread Offense, really good X's and O's account. You have a bang read, you have a bounce read, or a bend, or sometimes called a bring read, where you're going to bring the run back, you're going to bang the run up the middle, or you're going to bounce the run to the outside. So those are the three directions, three ways a running back can read and dictate which cut he makes. So to bring it back to the actual tape in this Chiefs game, first one we're going to look at is the bang read by Jaylen Warren. You're going to read the play side defensive lineman, and based on their flow and their movement, dictates, are you going to bounce the run wide? Are you going to bring or bend the run back? Are you going to bang the run between the defensive linemen? So Jaylen Warren reading the defensive tackle play side here, the backside D tackle as well. And because those guys kind of split as the front side D tackle here, he's going to widen out the backside D tackle. He doesn't crash down and come across. If he was going to crash down and cut across Warren's face, you're going to bring this run back, but he doesn't. And with Sayamalu, being able to wash, and as that D tackle flows wide here, you're going to bang the run between those two D tackles. The hole's there. It's a great run. Then a great job by Warren to make second-level players miss. That safety in the hole, then additional safety downfield at the third level and get more than was just blocked. So break one, arm tackle there, and then safety in space, juke him. It's a big run for Pittsburgh. So that is the bang read on a zone scheme. One more time, look at it, D tackle split, Warren, bang that run between them. It's a big game. Same drive, and this was the touchdown Jaylen Warren had that was called back by the Darnell Washington injury, but it does show the example of the bend or bring read, and so I just wanted to highlight that even though the play was negated. So another zone run here to the left, and this time we're going to see more of a front side flow here by the D tackles, and that linebacker's also failing. That's going to help influence where Warren's going to go. So nothing's really available to the front side. You can't bounce this thing wide. There is no bang read between these D tackles with the linebacker fitting the run here between center and right guard. And so Warren brings or bends the run all the way back here and gets the ball into the end zone. Again, there was that holding call, which was a fair call. It was the right call on Darnell Washington. He tried to snatch and trap on the backside. The end to cut him off. It didn't work, ends up holding him, and so they throw the flag, and then shortly after, Russell Wilson gets picked in the end zone, that whole song and dance, and that contributed to this 29-10 loss. But putting all that aside, just looking at the play, and more importantly, the read, this bend read here by Jaylen Warren, run to the left here, bringing it all the way back, finding the lane, and scoring. Finally, let's talk bounce read, and as the name implies, you're going to bounce the run to the outside. So zone run here, and this lane to the outside opens up. Warren finds it, and let's actually look at it better from the other end zone view, see the flow and the action of the front side of the Chiefs defense here, and these D tackles, they're trying to flow, but they're not really, they're getting reach. Once that tackle is able to reach and really pin and hook that D tackle, which we'll see right here, Broderick Jones, that D tackle, he's not crossing the face, he's not spiking outside, he's more inside here. Jones sets his hips and is able to leverage him to the outside. Warren's now going to bounce this run wide and then get vertical, hit the hole, and gets another good pickup for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Take a look at it from the other end zone view. And again, zone reads, they're not defined in terms of the ball is definitely going to go or intended to go to this gap. There's inside zone, there's outside zone. They're pretty similar. The aiming point is different. And again, different teams coach that differently. For inside zone, the aiming point, the initial steps can be maybe towards the hip of the guard. Outside zone might be the hip of the tight end, that kind of stuff. It'll vary, I'm sure, a bit team to team, coach to coach, philosophy to philosophy. But the core reads of the zone scheme are essentially universal. Again, terminology may differ slightly what you call them, but you can bounce the run wide, as we're seeing Warren do here. You can bang the run up the middle, or you can bring the run all the way back. And so those are the reads. Warren's reading it well, obviously had a lot of success running the ball in this game, and we'll see if Pittsburgh leans on him, given that he's been more explosive and just a hotter runner right now than Najee Harris. I still like Najee Harris. I know many people want to just give Warren all the carries. I think they both complement each other well. I do think Harris might be a little tired. He's had to really shoulder the load for most of the season. Cordero Patterson got hurt early in the year. Jaylen Warren really was not healthy the first half of the season, and so I wonder if that's contributing to Harris a little bit down the stretch. But putting all that aside here, really good, crisp, clear zone reads by Jaylen Warren. Good day for him, even if it was a bad day for the Steelers as a whole. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon.